G'day. Welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. This is Tony. How are you? I see we've got a couple there in the chat already, or in the in the YouTube chat. Let me just bring that up for a sec so we can see who's in. Brett, how are you, buddy? A bit noisy here. We've got a fair bit of rain. Let me just check that I've got all the volumes right here. T-Man, how are you, buddy? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me just check that we've got the levels right here. I should be able to do that from there. That's all good. We can drop the music down a tiny touch, I think. Yeah, so I don't know how we're going to go with the rain, guys. I'm not doing any turning or casting tonight. As you can see, I've got red all over my hands. I've been digging out these new pigments that I got with the resin shipment that I got, and a couple of them were leaking. I've been trying to clean them up, and I've ended up with red dye all over my fingers. So just give me 2 seconds, and we'll be with you. Actually, I'll just put them in the rubbish on the ground there. So what we're going to do today, or tonight I should say, is not very much. We're just going to have a chilled one tonight. I'm going to talk to you about these new pigments that I've got and some of the other stuff that I've got here on the table. We're also, I'm going to show you T-Man's new brush. Oh, look at that. Jesus. Black, that is. Black and red. I'll never get this off my fingers now. Wasn't a good idea, was it? But I knew I was going to get dye all over my hands eventually if I didn't give them a clean. So I thought, well, I better give them a clean. They arrived like that from the supplier. It's just two of them have just leaked around the top a little bit. They haven't lost much in the way of pigment, but yeah, they've just lost a bit of dye. And of course, it gets everywhere once you try and wipe it with something. So just bear with me, guys. So how have you been anyway? How's your week going so far? Early week yet, but hopefully these are all going good. Now I've got to clean this one now. This one's not black, it's navy blue. Now I can see it navy blue. So this one's sure to make a mess too. I think clean rags will be the way to go. No, I'm not wasting it, mate. It's just a little bit that was wasted at the tops. But this stuff's that strong, supposedly. It won't matter for losing a couple of drips on the top there. I just wanted to try and get them cleaned up a bit because, like I said, when I go to cast using these, I'll end up with a pigment all over me. So at least if I can get the bulk of it off now, we'll be good come the time. So we've got some interesting stuff on the table tonight, which I'm going to run through with you. And obviously we'll have a look at T-Man's little bounty that's going to be getting sent to him very shortly, now that they're all finished. So, but I'll try and get some of this dye off my hand. Once it's dried, it'll be okay. It won't go anywhere, but I'll try and get as much of it off as I can. And we'll take things from there. Although I don't think methylated spirits is going to get it off, but anyway, we never know. It's probably going to end up just rubbing it in and making it worse. I'll be walking about with dye on my hands for days now. Ah well, what the hell. I'm surprised I'm still here because I thought I might have been called on activation tonight with the SES. After it's been pretty overcast here all day today, and It started raining sort of mid-afternoon, and it hasn't lit up. We just had some heavy downpours now, and it's just cut back to a light rain now, but the sky was looking pretty stormy before the light went down. So we'll see how we go anyway. Yeah, the green one's still in one piece. Believe it or not, all the stuff I've got on the table here, I think there's only probably two green ones in it, I think. But we'll find out once we go through them all. I'm going to show you them and explain to you what they are. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff on the table there. But I just wanted to get as much of this cleaned up as possible. And as you can see, my hands are red, blue, navy blue. But anyway, I can live with that. So, let's come back to shaving brushes for a little while. And I'm probably going to do a little bit of buffing while we're here. So we'll do a bit of buffing, but that's going to be about the extent of the machines tonight. And then the rest of it, I'm going to show you these new pigments and colourings and that we've got. And obviously, like I said, I'll show you T-Man's little bounty that he's going to be getting sent to him very shortly. Lion, how are you, buddy? Razor, how are you, mate? We haven't got any over the pond friends in yet. That's all good. So, let's move on. Right. So, some time ago, T-Man asked me to start making him a couple of brushes. And you may remember this one from some time ago. It's a sort of like a yellow with black. And we put the little antique brass TF custom shaving brushes. Let me go to camera 3. So we put the little antique brass custom TF shaving brushes in the bottom there. It's got a lovely rhodium knot. More of a fan type, flat top type brush, this one. As you can see, really dense, beautiful. And the nice handle that we cast, especially for T-Man. So that's that one. So I'm going to give that one just a little final buff up on the luster side, Fabuluster or whatever it's called, just to put a nice final shine on it before it gets sent in the mail. So yeah, it's a lovely looking brush there, lovely knot. As you can see, you get the camera focused. There you go. Very nice. Now, T-Man's next one was this piece of New Guinea rosewood. Now, this handle is quite a chunky handle, right? And he picked this one up off my website with a 30mm tuxedo on it. So that one will also be going up to T-Man. This one's just got, well, it was stabilised. I put it through the stabilising, but it hasn't got any CA finish or anything on it. It's very, very light. It's not got a lot of weight in it, this New Guinea rosewood, and there's a couple of little blemishes there, but I'm going to do something special with T-Man for this one. So all good. But yeah, it's a nice piece of wood, but it's just very, very light. And like I said, there is a couple of little, it's not, I wouldn't say it's blemishes, it's just natural defects within the wooden handle. You can see there's a little one there, there's another one just there, and I think there's a couple of just little ones there. But like I said, they're natural defects, they're not defects that have happened in the handle since it's been turned or anything like that. So that's T-Man's other handle that's going to be going up to him. And like I said, it is a lot chunkier than my normal handles, but you can see, you can still grip it like that nicely. You can still grip it in the hand. nice and chunky like that. T-Man, you were saying you're a face latherer anyway, so that sort of doesn't really come into a lot of it, but all the same, a nice little brush there, some nice sort of bird's eye in that New Guinea rosewood burl, and some nice colour there as well, but it's a natural feel wood handle, okay? And today, I spent a bit of time out here today from earlier this morning, and I thought I better start doing a bit to T-Man's brush, his chameleon burl hybrid shaving brush, and once I started I couldn't stop, so I had to finish it. Now I'm going to show you that it might look nothing on the camera. I've tried taking some photographs tonight, and I took a little 30-second video. It doesn't really show it as well as it looks in the hand, but anyway, hopefully you can get a bit of an idea. So there she be. The burl is nice. You've got a lot of really dark sort of up and through here, and then it lightens up as it comes to the outer edges. You can see I've put the chameleon, the colour changing chameleon pigment around the socket for the knot to be recessed in. You can see the little sparkly bits inside. It actually looks more on the camera than what there actually is in there. And you can see, well, you can see there's the blue, there's the gold, and there's sort of purple in there as well. Just different ways you look at it. Now I haven't put a coin in it because, as you can see, there's a fair bit of clear coming down into the lower part of the handle. It would have meant that part of the coin would have been in that. And looking in on this little ledge here from the top down, you would have seen the coin. It would have looked absolutely disastrous. So I've decided to not put a coin in it, but you can see the colour change there. So you can see that blue to the reddy cyanic colour to the gold. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to just put a little finish of the Fabuluster on that as well, just to give it a final polish up, and then it will get a rub with the microfiber cloth, and then they'll get packaged up ready to be sent. But as you can see, it's turned out to be a lovely handle. Fair bit of colour in it, and under different lights it looks totally different. Sometimes it looks fairly bland and ordinary, and then the light catches it and then you see all the colours. So under different lights or in a well lit room, you'll see all the colours. It will just look absolutely stunning. I can revolve it in my hand here and I can see the light travelling up through the handle and hitting the handle, and you can just see the colours just shimmering away there. So I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. So we're going to give them just a little bit of a final buff up, and then we're going to start having a look at some of these new things that I've got in front of me. So we'll go back to the main camera there. So yeah, so the handles have turned out really nice, mate. I hope you're pleased with them. The rhodium should be an absolute dream to use, and like I said, you've got sort of like a fan flat top type one there, and then you've got the more bulb shaped one as well, both rhodiums. So that's your 30mm rhodium in the chameleon, and then you've got your 28mm in the fan in the other one, the yellow and black, golden blacky yellow. Okay, so they're all done, and if I just go back to camera 3, you'll see both of them from top down. So there you are. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the buffer, and I'm just going to give them a little bit of Fabuluster. I'm not going to actually buff them at all because they're pretty much shiny finish now, and I'll give them a little bit of the Fabuluster just to put a final shine on them, and then like I said, I'll take them inside later on and give them a wipe with a microfiber and wrap up the knots, and basically they'll be ready for packaging and being sent on their way, mate. So I'll pop you a message or an email later on, mate, with some details, and we can sort that out, and then we can get them on their way to you. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to take the yellow one and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a touch up with the Fabulister. So I think you can see the buffer from the main shot anyway, so I'm not sure. Oh, I might take this to camera 4. There you go. We'll see how we go with that, eh? So like I said, I'm not going to give it a lot, it's just a little bit of a polish up. The yellow and black one's been sitting for a little while now, so it's always a little bit harder with the knot in place, but like I said, it's just to give it a final buff, a little bit of a polish. And then you can always hit it up yourself with a bit of Plastex as well, if you can get Plastex up your neck of the woods. And that's probably going to be enough for that one. As you can see there, you get that in shot. Just puts a nice little luster into it, nice shine. We'll do the same with the New Guinea Rosewood one, because like I said, it's stabilised anyway, so we're actually polishing the resin as well as the wood. And there we go. There's a little bit of shine in that now as well, just from buffing the resin and the wood, because obviously that's got resin in it now as well. So, and then this one's been buffed quite a few times, but I'm just going to give it another quick lick with the luster. And there we have it. So I might put camera 3 back on, and I'll just hold those brushes up individually now so you can see that they're a little bit more. So that's the New Guinea rosewood one there with a 30mm tuxedo on it. Okay, and that'll be finding its way up to T-Man. Grey Dog, how are you, buddy? We've got Grey Dog in the house. Then we've got T-Man's rhodium, which was in the casting we done some time ago. So there's the other one. And I've just given it a fresh buff up with the Fabulister. And we've got the coin in the bottom of that one. Just needs a wipe now. Give it a wipe with a microfiber. So there we go. Beautiful knot. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the lovely chameleon hybrid so you can see the colours there, changing colour, capturing the colour, and obviously the socket's been done as well. So I've done the socket inside the socket and underneath the socket as well, so when you look in you see the colour changing pigments as well. But she's an absolute ripper, this one. Just needs a wipe with a microfiber now from the buffing compound. And the burl's beautiful. So there you go, fellas. There's T-Man's lot there. And as you can hear, the rain's back on. It's raining a bit harder again, so you're probably getting a lot of noise in the background as the music's still playing. Have we still got music? Music? No. What's going on with the music? Oh, don't tell me. There we go. We have music. I don't know why Media Player is dropping out the music every now and again. It's beyond me. But anyway. Okay. So, what do I have on the table here? Eh? A whole range of stuff now. As well as all my other stuff that I've still got away in the other box. This is all the new stuff that I got when I got my new tub of resin. So we're ready to go with the resin there again, and I got on the website for just resin, and I was ordering my epoxy resin, and I thought, oh, I might just get some new pigments. So about $750 later, here we are. So I decided I wanted to try and do something with some more of this sparkly stuff. So I've got this one here which is called Prince Purple, and I'm just going to go to camera 3 for a while so I can show you what these actually are, right? Up and a bit closer. So this one's like it's like a glitter, but it's really, really fine, and it's called Prince Purple. It's a fine glitter with a super sparkle and shine, and it's solvent resistant. And there you can see there, it's just really fine glitter, purple, Prince Purple. So we're going to be doing some castings, we're going to be playing around with this, whether we put it onto something or whether we actually cast it into a resin. But we're going to be playing around with that at some stage as well. Now I do have some other glitters, but this just looked very different to the other ones. Now some of the other stuff that I got is unusual stuff as well, which, you know, I haven't seen it in too many places. I have seen it, but I haven't seen it in too many places. Now this one's called Irregular Cut Glitter Flakes with a super sparkle and shine, and it's Rainbow Unicorn. Now when you look at it, it doesn't look nothing too special, but you can see the colour in there when you get close to it. So it's more like a, well, what would I say it would be? It would be more like an opaly type look, this one. And there's what it looks like in the tub. And different ways you move it, it shows different colours. So again, that could probably be either, it could be applied to a bowl, or it could be applied to, you know, whatever we decide to put in the casting, or it will probably even float around in the casting. So again, it's just something different, something new to try, see how it works. I've got a funny feeling that the colouring in it will really shine and come out to its own when it's actually cast in a clear or a tinted resin. I'd say probably better clear, but I think it should look quite nice. And the camera again is not picking up all the colours in there, but you can definitely see a fair bit of colour in there. Okay, so I got a couple of tubs of that one because I thought, well, probably going to use a bit of that. And then this one is, this one's a glitter as well, but it's called Electric Blue. And again, it's an irregular cut glitter flake with a super sparkle and shine. So they're all pretty much the same, but the first one that I showed you was more like very, very fine powdery glitter, whereas these are like larger flakes of glitter. So again, there's the Electric Blue. So you can see that there. I think the camera's focused on it, and you can see the flakes are actually quite large. They're not, you know, fine like the other ones are, or even some of my other stuff that I've got is more of a coarser glitter. This is really flaky. So again, you know, it could probably be stuck to something, say a barrel or whatever, to give a nice effect, or it could be put in with a clear, or maybe even put in with a very light blue tint, and you'd probably still get that, you know, that electric blue look from it, you know. So again, I got a couple of tubs of that one just to play around with. So that's the blue there. And then this one is called Azalea. And again, it's an irregular cut glitter flake with a super sparkle and shine. And you can see that one there. So again, I mean, these could be mixed and matched as well, or you could just use a single colour, I guess. And again, could be stuck to barrel, or just put in your clear tint, or your clear without any tint. And again, you'll get that really high, super sparkly shine off it, which will just promote the colour and throw the colour through it, you know. So again, I got a couple of tubs of that one to try, and I'm sure we'll get some nice stuff out of them. Now this one I got 3 tubs of. Now this one, you've heard me talking about Silver Halo before, because I've got some Silver Halo. In actual fact, I think T-Man's handle has got some Silver Halo in it, but it's a very fine Silver Halo. Whereas this one, again, is the irregular cut glitter flakes. And I got 3 tubs of this one because I think I've got a few ideas with this one. And again, it's Silver Halo, but look at the colour in it. So it's called silver, but it's like shards of, you know, whatever, I don't know. So, you know, it might be a case of, you know, putting some resin onto a piece of barrel and then just sprinkling this over the top and then casting it in a clay. Might look quite nice. So I've got 3 tubs of that one to play around with, but it looks pretty special. And like I said, the flakes are quite large flakes. So should be quite nice. So yeah, so I got 3 tubs of that one. Now the next 2 are not additives, they're pigments. So you may remember when we were using the purple and I wanted a purple, and I had to mix up a blue and a red to try and get the purple that I wanted. Well, I come across these purple ones on that site as well, and I decided to buy these. Now these are a high quality epoxy pigment paste, and they're made from finely ground pigments. So basically this seems to be the way a lot of things are going now. They're instead of buying the powders and mixing them up in the resin, they're actually mixing them up in a paste for you, and you just basically add the paste. And the paste is a super concentrate as well. So that's the first one. So that one's called Orchid Purple, and as you can see, it probably looks lighter in the camera than what it actually is. It's quite dark, but it's a lovely looking purple, more so than the purple, which is more of a bluey purple, I would reckon. This one's more of a purple. And then the other one is another purple, and this one's called Purple Passion. and it may look the same as the other one, but they're actually different purples. You can see there. So that one, putting this one next to this one makes this one look bluish as well. So again, you can see, so we've got Purple Passion and Orchid Purple, and that's those two. Okay. So what are you guys up to? Let me just see what's going on in the chat here, right? Just make sure I'm not missing any questions or anything like that. It's going to be a fairly short stream tonight, guys, because of the rain. And like I said, it's I wanted to get T-Man's handles all complete and finished, and they're ready now. So I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, and I'll start scheduling a few more streams. I'm going to make some of these other handles up, just so that I can get some handles and brushes onto our website, because it's looking a little bit sparse. Anyway, let me see what you're up to. So Amber sends her apologies. Hope all's well. Purple rain, yep. It's raining, man, yep. A Milli Vanilli, yep. Yeah, lots of nice sparkle there, Razor. I think I'm going to have to experiment with that. I think there could be some interesting things done with those flakes. And I have seen other people's handles as well, where they're putting stuff like that into handles. So I know it works, and I know that it gives quite a nice effect. It's just what I can do with it now. So I'm just going to have to play around and experiment and try a few different things. And yeah, I think we'll turn up something interesting. Not everybody likes sparkle though, so you know that's why I'll still do a lot of the other stuff, but I'll experiment with those ones and see what we can come up with. Always got to be looking for something new, something different, you know, something else to try. They're not soap flakes, but I guess they could be used in soap, although they might not. I don't know if they wouldn't break down with soap, so I'm not sure that they could use them with soap. They'd probably use them on. I mean, pigments get used for all different things, but these glitter flakes, somebody's probably found a way of cutting up scraps of something and you know, mylar or something like that, and found a way of doing this with them. These could probably be used in, I guess, in cosmetic type stuff like fingernails and stuff like that, where people want, you know, sparkly fingernails and stuff like that, or coloured fingernails, and they can use these types of things in that. I'm not sure if they're meant for anything else. I mean, they're solvent resistant, so you know, they're not. I don't think they'll break down too well, so I don't think they would use them in soaps. But hey, you never know. There's a lot of resin art now that people do as well, where they get flat boards and they pour different colours into cups, and then they tip the cups up, and then, you know, they let the resin colour take its course on the board, and they can swing the board from side to side, front to back, and get the colours to intermingle and different things. So a lot of resin art gets done nowadays, and these sort of things can be just, you know, drizzled into that resin art, and you know, you can get all different types of effects and different looks in your resin art by using some of these things as well. So yeah, it's probably got a multitude of uses, to be honest, Brett. Yeah, it's put a pattern away on the roof now, the rain. It's staying fairly constant. It's not pouring, but it's fairly constant. We had some heavy rain earlier, and I had some water come through the garage before, and we've got a drain out the very back of the garage, the workshop, and when the rain gets too heavy, that can't handle the amount of water, and it goes under the concrete and meets up with the downpipe out the front our property as well. But if it gets too heavy, then the drain can't handle it, and then what happens, I end up with a river running through the workshop here. So it's not good, but I've got it set up so that it doesn't impact or affect anything. But yeah, it's just not good when we get that real heavy stuff. So, but it is what it is. Yeah, well, like I said, Razor, it does come through here. I get like a bit of a river running through out there in front of me on the other side of the workshop there when it gets heavy, just through the drain not being able to cope with the amount of water coming off the roof. So anyway, look, let's get on with some of these other pigments here. I'm just going to show you some of these. So what I ended up doing was I bought all those other glittery, sparkly bits and pieces because I thought, yep, I'm going to try different things with those. And I can mix and match them as well, so that we can put different colours through different things. And then I thought, I come across some of these other pigments that they've got, and I seen they had a range of colours within each of the different types of pigments. So then I thought, oh well, I need some more bright colours, because a lot of my mica powders and that, I'm getting low on some colours. So I thought, well, I quite like the sound of these. So what I've got in front of me is I've got what's called a metallic range, and I'll show you those colours shortly. So we'll work through the metallic range. Once we do the metallic range, then I've got another set here which are fluorescents, and I'll run through the fluorescents and show you the fluorescents as well. And then this lot here are basically just colours. So they're more like a, I don't know if they're an ink. There's something like, yeah, premium ink is what it's actually called, premium ink. So, but they're specially for adding to your resins and stuff, your epoxy resins and stuff. So anyway, let me show you them. And I will have to shake each one because they settle in the bottles, so you've got to shake them before you use them. So I'm imagining that the metallics will give you like a look like your Perlexes, where you'll get that sort of metallic-y, shimmery, swirly type colour changing happening in it. And I'm presuming that that's how the metallics will be. And I'll be interested to see how strong they are, how much of the ink you actually use, or how much of I don't know if this one's an ink. Yeah, it doesn't say ink on this one. So this is what's called true bronze. So I'll go back to camera 3 for you, and I'll just show you each of these colours once they've been shaken up. So true bronze, this one's called, as you can see there. So nice and rich, and it has got that metallic-y sort of look in it. So I don't know whether when they say metallic, whether it means it's got the metallic flake through it, very fine metallic flake, or whether it means that we're going to get that shimmery mica perlexy type look. But anyway, we'll soon find out once we start using them. So that's pure bronze, that one. Now the next one is, as you can see, a nice rich yellow, but again it's part of the metallic, so again I'm not sure how it's going to look once it gets added to resin. It does have sort of like a metallic-y flake in the bottom by the looks of things, so they do take a bit of shaking, so I'll always have to remember and shake them before I squirt anything out the bottle. But you can see there's the yellow, and you can see that sort of metallic-y shimmery effect on it. So again, should be quite nice. So that's the yellow. And this one's metallic. Well, this is all the metallic range. This one's copper. So it'll be very similar to the pure bronze. But it's a bit richer. So if I get the pure bronze there and I get the copper, you can see the copper's a lot more reddy colour. It's a lot richer, and again it's got that metallic-y, shimmery look to it, you know. So yeah, so a good range of colours actually. What I liked about it was, although they're metallics, there is a good colour range, so they've got some really bright colours as well. I mean, obviously the yellow's a nice bright colour. There's the red, so you can see the red there. And that's, what do they call that one? Yeah, just red, metallic red. Then we've got this one, which is metallic silver, so you can really see the metallic in the silver. So, just show you the silver. There you go. You can see the silver there. And it is, I mean, it has got a metallic-y look to it, and it looks very, very fine metallic-y, so, you know, I don't know if the camera's actually quite registering properly with that. Yeah, there it goes. So yeah, it's a real metallic-y silver, that one. And this blue looks absolutely stunning. So again, part of the metallic range. But look at how rich that blue is. Isn't that a nice blue? And again, you can see that metallic-y in it. And that one's rattling. That one's rattling. That one's rattling. That one's not rattling. The little bearing in it or ball or whatever they have in it might be stuck, or maybe it doesn't have one in the red. That one's got it. The blue had it. Now this one, you can see how it settles, so if you look at the bottle there, see how it's clear at the top and it's gold on the bottom. So this one is just called metallic gold. So again, we'll give it a shake up. Yeah, they all look nice actually, Brett. That's what I'm saying. I'll be keen to start trying some of these and some of the pours, just to see what sort of effects we can get. And it might be a case of mixing some of these colours in with some Pearl X colours as well, you know, or just trying different things with them. So there, you can see once it gets mixed, it goes the gold. So it's a nice rich gold as well. And then this one is, well, this one's another gold, but this one they're saying is called True Gold. And again, this one doesn't seem to be wanting to rattle. But we'll give it a good shake. There's no green in the metallic range. The brighter colours are the blue and the red and the yellow. And the rest of them are sort of typical metallics, so silver, gold, you know, copper, bronze. And this one's the True Gold. So you can see the True Gold there now in the bottom. But I think the trick to these is really making sure you give them a good old shake before you use them. So, you know, I can see I'm going to be getting plenty of strength in my wrist and my arm, shaking little bottles all the time. Now, the green's in the fluorescent one, and we've also got a green in the other coloured one. So this one is True Copper. So we've got copper and we've got True Copper. So let's just have a look and see what the differences are between them. Yeah, so one looks a little bit, I mean, they're very, very close. One looks a little bit richer in colour than the other one. This one looks a bit richer. So that one's true copper, and this one's copper. Why they would go two colours that are very, very close is beyond me. You'd think they'd put something totally different, but then again you've got the golds as well, which are true gold and gold. And again, if you look at the two of them, they're very similar. Not a lot of difference between them. So that might be a little bit of a pain. And then see, there's another one here which is a dark gold. So they're the three golds. And then that's the true bronze, copper, and true copper. So yeah, so there's a few colours that are actually quite close together. I mean, there's the three, the bronzy and the coppers. So you can see that, you know, that one's different, but these two are very, very close. So yeah, I'd have rather had a different colour in the pack than, you know, two or three that look very similar. Same with the golds, you know, like we've got this one here, which is dark gold. So if I hold those three together now, you can see there is a darkness in this one, dark gold, but those other two, that's probably brighter than that one, so they are slightly different, but you know, why would you have three colours that are almost virtually the same? And like I said, you've got the other one there as well, which is the copper. You've got two coppers, a true copper, a copper, and a bronze. And to me, the bronze, they just all look too close together. I would rather have definite separate colours from that. But anyway, it is what it is. They're all colours to play with and experiment. And sometimes putting two or three colours that are close together into a casting can actually give quite a nice effect as well, you know, as long as there's just a bit of a colour difference, a little subtle colour difference between the colours. Anyway, so that's the metallic ones there, showing you all those. Now the fluoros are really interesting because there's some really nice bright fluoros there, and you can probably see them in the camera just down in front of me here. Let me just check the chart. That's no good, Grey Dog. Hope everything comes back okay, mate. Right, let's have a look at the fluoros, eh? So I'll just give them a quick, these are the little shaky ones as well. So I'll just go back to camera 3 for a minute, and I'll show you these ones. So there's haha, guess what this one's called? Guess what this one's called? Nice colour though. Strong colour. Very fluoro, being part of the fluoro range, obviously. It's called Hot Lips. Hot Lips. Look at it. Right? Hot Lips. And then this one, give it a shake. So we're going to get some nice effects with these fluoros, I reckon. We'll definitely be having a play with them. So there's this one. Beautiful, strong, very bright, in-your-face yellow. And that's what it's called, the yellow. And then we've got another nice purple here that we can play around with for those purple ones that we like to do. So there again, that's a lovely purple, that one. It's called Violet, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful purple, that one. And these are just solid colours, so these won't have any shimmery effect or anything like that. These will just be solid colours. But again, you can get some nice effects if you mix solid colours in with Pearl X colours, and you get that mixing and blending of colour. It can be quite a nice effect. And being fluoro, they're going to be strong, in your face type colours. So. And this one's just orange. Isn't that a nice orange? Look at that, eh? Fluoro orange. And then another nice blue. That's a nice blue. And a green, fluorescent green, Brett. Fluorescent green, mate. Bit of this in with the day glow green and the other, what's the other greens we've got? The emerald green and the jungle green. God, can you imagine that one? Look at that. Woohoo, right? Fluoro green. And then you thought the orange was hot. Look at this one. Wow. And this one is called Sunkiss. There you go. A lovely fluoro orangey, I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, it's very close to the orange, just shades lighter, I guess. And then we've got pink, just pink. There we go, there's the pink. Quite nice, nice and strong. All the fluoros are strong colours, obviously, and they will be very fluorescent. So, but again, you can change that with how you mix them and what you mix them with, you know. So there you go. So that's the fluoro range, and then this range here are just basically colouring, for colouring resins. So, and these ones are the ink ones. And it's going to be hard to see the colours in these because some of them are very, very dark. Like this one's red oxide, but it looks black, you know. So once you drop that, I can see the red tint through the light. I can see the red oxidey tint in there when I look at it against the lights in front of me, but you'll just see that as being pretty black, but it's actually red oxide. So again, it should be a nice, really strong, rich colour. And then this one, again, is just going to look really dark. A lot of these ones just look dark. You won't see the colour in them until they actually hit the resin. It's like the tint ones, you know, when you've seen me mixing the tint ones up. And, you know, we have a cup of resin, clear resin, and we drop a cup, 2 or 3 drops of the transparent colour to tint the clay. These will be similar to that, so you'll only need a couple of drops and it will change the colour. And the more you add, the darker it will go. So again, you can get variation in colour with these quite nicely, just by how much you add. 1 or 2 drops will probably colour a cup of resin, and if you want it darker, just add another drop, another drop, another drop until you get it to where you want it. So this one is orange, and again, if you look at that in camera 3, it just looks black, you know. But I can see it if I hold it in front of the lights and I get some air up in the bottle. I can see that it has got an orangey tint to it. So that's those ones. There's a whole lineup of these ones. This one is just black, so it does look, again, it does look black. It is black. So nothing to show you special there. Here's the other green one though, Brett. This is quite a nice green too. So this one, yeah, it's just called green, but again, it's quite a nice green. So again, it'll be interesting to see how these colour up the resin, how strong they are, and how much you need to use to get a nice colour. This one's actually called Sunglow Yellow. So I think the other one was Sunkissed in the fluoro ones. So this one will be a nice yellowy colour, I'm imagining. Sunglow Yellow. But it looks, again, it looks quite dark. You can see a little bit of colour up in here, but it actually looks dark. And then we've got a Lemon Yellow. So different to the metallic yellow, as you can see there. That's the metallic yellow here, and this one's the Lemon Yellow, which is just like a solid colour one. And then if I get the fluoro yellow, you'll see the difference in the three yellows there. So the camera sort of makes these two look fairly similar, but this one is definitely a darker yellow than this one, and this one's really in your face popping yellow, you know. So that's the yellow. And then we've got the Red Earth. So I'm imagining this will be like an ochre colour. Not quite red oxide, but more of an ochre reddy colour, Red Earth, this one. But again, it looks black in the bottle. So the darker colours seem to just look black. Now this one is blue, and I can see it's blue, but again in the camera it'll probably, oh, you can't see the blue in it. And again, I think once it's drizzled into resin, I think you'll find it'll be a nice light blue. And obviously as you add more and more, it'll get darker and darker. So ocean blue is that one. And then this one is, oh, another green one, but it looks black. So this one is called Emerald Green. And again, like I said, it just looks black, but it is emerald green. So again, should be a nice strong colour. And here's one of the ones that leaked, which is Candy Red. So Candy Red sounds nice. What colour it'll look like when it's mixed into clear resin, I'm not sure, but you can get an idea off my hands. That's the Candy Red. This was one of the ones that was leaking or had leaked. So that's the Candy Red. So you can get a little bit of an idea. It's going to be quite a strong red. And then this was the other one that was leaking, and I thought it was black, but it's actually navy blue. And again, I can see the blue on my hands and on the lid here. So yeah, so we've got a lot of colours there just to play with. Like I said, I've got more resin over there. So, but I don't want to load you up with all the resin and no brush making. So it'll just be a bit of a mix. We'll do some resin, we'll do some handles, some brushes. I do want to sort of work my way through a lot of these blanks that we have cast over the last few weeks, because I think some of them are going to make absolutely fantastic looking handles. So I do want to cast some of these, turn some of these ones up. That's another one there, yep. And Brett, I think you laid dibs on this one, didn't you? Let me go to camera 3. I think you laid dibs on this one, didn't you? This was the one that had the Dayglow green and the dark green and the emerald green and the jungle green or whatever else we put in it. And I think we might have put some clear in it as well, I can't remember, but I think you laid dibs on that one, didn't you? And did you want, I think you said you wanted one of the other ones as well, or a couple that you wanted. We'll touch base on that very, very shortly. We might be able to get those done for you if you want to go ahead with it. But yeah, so some of these ones, I'm really looking forward to turning some of these ones, because I think they're going to make really nice looking handles. Some nice colour in them. You can see the blue and the purpley in there. So like I said, they're the ones that we cast, that we've, you know, want to play around with. You can see the colours in that there. That was the multicoloured one that we done. We put a lot of colour into that one. So, but as you can see around the blank, there's a lot of colour in there. So hopefully we get some of that colour in through the handle itself. Should be quite nice. And then this was another one that had blue and might add some pearls in it, and a little bit of purple or purple or whatever it was we put in it. So again, some really nice blanks there. So again, like I said, I really do want to work through some of those and get some of those cast. This one's got a lot of clear in it. This one had the Diamond Deep Blue Sea or whatever it was called, and I think we put a lot of clear in that one as well. You can see there's a fair lump of clear in there which you look into the blank, and I think there'll be more inside. So again, I think that's going to be another nice handle. So like I said, I've got a heap of blanks here. There's actually there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 blanks here that I reckon are going to all make really nice handles. So I really want to. This one's got green in it, blue. I think there might have been a couple of other colours in it, but I just can't quite remember now. But again, it looks quite nice. Should be a nice handle out of that one. And then we got that one which had the pearl, the clear and the blues in it as well, with a little bit of purple I think in that one as well. So again, you can see we've got, you know, some nice colour. A little bit more of the pearl has fell to the bottom on this one, so I'm not sure whether we poured too much of that in first or whether that was a heavier pigment and it's fell to the bottom. I'm not sure. That's obviously the top of the blank because it's the shiny side on the top. The dull side is always the bottom of the blank where it sets against the ductite. But I think that's still going to make a nice handle, but I just need to maybe either cut that off or use that as a feature on the top of the handle and then turn it from that way, so we're making that the top of the handle. And then that was the other one that we done, which was along the lines of that, you know, the clear one we done where it had the really rich greeny rusty red and that in it. This was the other one. It's actually cured a little bit out of shape. It's a little bit elongated that way, as you can probably see in there. It's not quite round. It's more elongated in this direction here, this way. So it'll need to be, I'll lose a bit of material off the sides, but it'll still turn up and still form a nice handle. And again, you can see some nice colour in through there as well. So hopefully that colour will be representative in the handle. You can see there's some nice swirly pattern going on in there with the clay and the colours. So again, I'm really keen to see some of these. And this was another one with, this is another one. This was actually different to that one. Although it looks the same in the camera there, but slightly different. This one's got some of the wildfire in it. Where this one I think was just, I think we had a little bit of black, deep sea, diamond, ocean or whatever it was, and I think we had a fair bit of clear in this one as well. So again, I think that's going to be a nice one. So like I said, I've got a lot of nice, really nice handle blanks there that I actually want to turn in handles. So I'm going to be scheduling in a lot of handles to be made. And then what I'll maybe do is I'll maybe put 2 or 3 handles in, and then I'll put maybe one or two streams in for casting. And then we'll do another 2 or 3 handles and then stream for casting. And then I might have a stream where I just fiddle around with a couple of bits of burl and try some of these new pigments and stuff as well. And these flakes, we might try doing something with them and then cast that as well. So yeah, we've got plenty to play around with. So anyway, but I'll get some streams scheduled in again. And look guys, I was thinking about it tonight. We'll need to be very mindful that if I ever don't turn up in a stream, it's either because I'm really crook, but I would try and message someone and let someone know so that they could try and pass the word around. Or it could be that I've been called out in a SES activation, especially with us coming into storm season now. So if ever you find that I've got a stream scheduled and you're in for the stream and it doesn't come up within, you know, 2 or 3 minutes it being scheduled, then you'll know that that I've been called away on an activation, or I'm really crook. One of the two. Otherwise the streams will be up. And if I'm going on a holiday or something like that, I will let you know in advance. So like I said, that's the only reason I won't be here streaming, is if I'm crook or if I'm out in an activation. But I will try and let someone know, and then we can take it from there. Okay, so we'll go back to there, and I'm just going to hold these in my hand. Actually, I'll probably end up going back to camera 3 here. Hope that I don't drop them. I might go to camera 3 first. So this little bounty here will be making its way up to T-Man very shortly. You got some nice gear there, mate. Some nice gear. I don't know if you've seen these earlier, Grey Dog, but that's T-Man's finished chameleon handle with a ball. CA finish. And I've put the colour changing pigment in the top as well, so it's actually changing colour in front of me, going from gold to red. I'm not seeing any blue or green or anything in it at this point in time. Oh, a bit of red, yeah, red there. Mainly red and gold, but there will be other colours in it as well. It'll just depend on the light as the light hits it. And then the New Guinea rosewood one, which will be going up with the other two. Anyway guys, I think that's about it for tonight. We've been going for an hour and 15, talking. And like I said, I wanted to have a fairly easy one tonight, and I spent a bit of time today on T-Man's chameleon hybrid one, so I thought I'd better bring it in the stream and just show you in the stream them finished. And I did want to give them a little lick on the Fabuloster wheel anyway, just to put a little bit more polish in them. And I'll package them up, and we'll get them on their way very shortly. And T-Man, I'll drop you an email, or I'll drop you a message shortly once I get back inside. I'll put a couple of photographs up as well of these on TF Custom Shaving Brushes Facebook page, and I'll drop them into Instagram as well, so you can see them on Instagram. And yeah, but anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. I just thought I'd let you see some of these new pigments and some of these new flakes that I've got. Definitely need to try them. So like I said, that might be an impromptu stream that I might drop in, or I might schedule it in just as an experimental burrow with flakes or whatever, and then maybe we can get it ready, and then maybe another night we can do some casting with those, you know, and just see how they come up. That sort of stuff's a slow process, because you've got to prepare them, you've got to, you know, do things to it before you can cast. So but anyway, we'll see how we go. We've got plenty to do, and there's a million and one other things we could be doing too, but it's just a case of trying to schedule them in, and I don't want things to be too timely. So, you know, I don't want the streams to be 2 and 3 hours all the time. So I'm just going to try and break it down a little bit now and again, so that we have an easier run-in. But anyway, that's about it for tonight. Has anybody got any questions on what I've shown you, or anything like that, or any questions on the pigments? If you have, send them to Razor. Razor will keep you all right. The president of TF Custom Shaving Brushes fan club. So yeah, but anyway, look, like I said, you know, you can message me anytime through Patreon, or through Facebook, or anything like that. So all good. So anyway guys, I think we'll call it a night, eh? What do you reckon? Yeah, I hope everything goes alright for you, Grey Dog. So yeah, keep us posted, mate, eh? Hope everything's good, and there's no dramas, and they've got it early enough for you. No worries, Brett. Pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. And I know you sent me a message about another couple of brushes, mate. But yeah, just let me know when you're ready and what you want to do, and we can get something organised, eh? And I do have a few more rhodiums there, as I mentioned before. I think I've got another 30mm there, and I think I've got about 3 or 4 28mm ones there as well. So there's a few there that we can pull from. But anyway, no worries, guys. We'll catch up with you real soon. So well, actually, we'll catch up with you on Thursday night, all going well, providing we don't have any further bad weather up here and no major issues. Well, we should see you on Thursday. So anyway, without further ado, guys, I'm going to shut the shed door down, and thank you all for coming. And if anybody is in the stream that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe down below. Please click the little bell, ding, and you'll be notified of any new videos that get posted up or when I go live. And much appreciated. I don't think our subscribes have moved from 91 or 92 or something. They've been on there for quite a while. But anyway, it's all good, and we'll see you all. We'll see you all on. I wondered what that was hitting, but it's hitting the clamp there. We'll see you all on Thursday. So until then, guys, take care, stay safe, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and we'll see you on Thursday night. Cheers. Thank you. See you.